To keep you updated on the capital and financial markets, here is a recap of what happened.
The Securities and Exchange Commission has intensified law enforcement actions to reinforce market credibility, as a sharp rise in investment scams, largely driven by social media, emerges as a growing systemic risk. Regulators have warned that financial losses from investment fraud have now exceeded those from online shopping scams, underscoring the increasing scale and sophistication of illicit activities targeting retail investors. Most fraudulent schemes were disseminated via widely used platforms such as Line, TikTok, and Facebook, reflecting a structural shift towards digital channels as primary tools for financial deception. Mumbai, the Securities and Exchange Board of India has uncovered a case in which a stockbroking license was allegedly used as a front to run a Ponzi-like scheme, luring investors with promises of assured monthly returns of 10% to 12%. The regulator said investors were misled into believing that several entities were linked to the SEBI-registered broker. Agents allegedly leveraged this association to establish credibility and convince investors to transfer funds into bank accounts operated by these entities. Global prices will take time to come down to levels seen before the US-Israeli war with Iran, even if a ceasefire holds, International Monetary Fund (IMF) Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva said. It will take some time, yes, and it will take more time for locations that are experiencing higher degree of disruption, Georgieva said in comments aired on CBS Face the Nation ahead of this week's spring meetings of the IMF and the World Bank. That's why we need to remember the asymmetry of this shock. Georgieva reiterated that the IMF will lower its global growth forecast as a result of the war in Iran. The International Monetary Fund expects at least a dozen countries to seek new loan programs to cope with surging energy prices and supply chain disruptions caused by the Middle East war, with several sub-Saharan African nations seeking help, the head of the Global Crisis Lender said on the 15th of April. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva also warned of deepening supply disruptions from the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, even if the conflict ends quickly, and urged countries to take measures to reduce their fuel usage. Trade tensions between the US and China have made companies around the world less keen to invest in either country, with the United States almost twice as unpopular, according to a new report from Allianz Trade. The report, based on an annual survey by the Paris-based international insurance company, said US-China decoupling had not materialized, but investment intention towards China had dropped significantly to 24% of survey respondents, down from 53% a year ago. Read the latest issue of the e-Zine available at FIMM's official website to stay updated about what's going on in the industry. Watch the latest episode of Coffee Talk to find out about what is going on in the industry, exclusively on FIMM's official YouTube channel.
This has been the FIMM TV Weekly Recap. Be informed, stay updated, be sure to like, share and subscribe.